beats him at the line of scrimmage. Remember, you got backup corners in. Crossan never had a chance. Inside move, then works back.
He shows the in cut and then gets out of it. Watch, boom, slams on the brakes, spins Lattimore around.
And you called it. Lazard's been kind of the guy. He's had a really productive game, and he's kind of every week it's like, okay.
He gets caught up in a crosser over the middle, so creates one-on-one. Speed against speed. Who's going to win? Here's the arm strength by Teddy Bridgewater to give Tyreek Hill.
Because it looked like they had it to Robinson. What a good release again by him. Ball gets up early. And
I'll show you what I can do, because Davis Mills is retreating. He's backing up a little bit to his left, throws this off of 1 foot, and it is.
That's going to be the difference. Jeff Okudah lined up over and watch that little smack, gets him turned to the outside, and that ball's there as soon as he turns his head. Geno Smith knew that he had one-on-one there and got the ball as soon as he was open.
A pickup of 50.
William Jackson does a great job playing catch-up. See the better.
Aaron under pressure. Judon's staring down on him, and you see on the outside.
Well, watch Harrison. He's going to fly to the middle of the field, and he knows it's one-on-one. You see him hit the quick stutter move.
Kohou is an undrafted free agent, a rookie. Look at that separation by Kyle.
Yeah, he plays defensive back like he's a wide receiver. He's got the best ball skills of any secondary player in the entire.
Yeah, there's two gears for Tampa's offense tonight, when they're throwing the ball to Mike Evans and when they're not.
One-on-one, mano-y-mano, just like old school football out in the street.
Started at 2022, just a technician. Has size. Craycraft does have size on him, but quickly you see Awuzie gets his head turned.
Line of scrimmage, hit a hard left-hand turn, hit the blinker and go. I mean, he left him in the dust there. Lattimore.
Leave him one-on-one on the outside. I know that you have some faith in Jeff Okudah, and you can see them getting physical right there. DK had his hands on Okudah.
The defense gets a huge stop, and you take a shot. In this case,
Corey Davis, look at the route, how he shakes, and then he goes right inside. Oh, what a connection.
How about this? First two possessions to start, you're going down the field, and this is extremely well thrown. I thought he might have got
fourth lowest among all cornerbacks in pro football. He was hit once, but since that time, he's been perfect.
You see the cushion there. They're more in a zone coverage.
Just one-on-one against a rookie who is replacing another rookie and Trent McDuffie.
Up against Higgins. They want to help out on the other side, so they leave Howard alone, and a good throw. Great job by Higgins with the catch radius to come back to that ball.
But he's coming back to Kupp all the way. You see how he just slows it down. They're playing inside and out.
Look at him get separation at the top of the route on this in route. Boom, see how he resets him up.
This is so good by Cooper Kupp, and the acceleration right there, that's where you get him beat. You've got
all the way across the field after motion. Gonna motion from right to left and then have to run all the way from left to right. But watch these defenders bump right into each other. Warner and Adebo.
And Jared just never sees this happening. Watch him accelerate at closing speed to get in front of Hawkinson, putting that speed.
A little bit past the sticks, he's gonna slam on the brakes, show the go ball, and that was him. Just an excellent job at Dantzler trying to push him towards the sidelines. Well thrown. Look at this dime he drops. Traquan Smith, once again, routes run. They're going to have an out route. They're going to have a go route. But watch the cornerback right here. Adebo jumped the flat from the inside, and there goes Tyrann Mathieu. Get all the way up on his chest, but this matchup has been huge all day. 23 on 18. He's right in his hip pocket. Ball a little high for my liking. Almost got punched out. Right here from Callaway. I mean, Dantzler almost
easy interception. If you're going to throw to Tyreek Hill downfield, it's 1 foot in the ground, let it fly. And because he
basically got your flood routes going to the outside, but
makes a very accurate throw. But that is pitch and catch for Joe Burrow with Ja'Marr Chase.
Understanding that Josh Reynolds that Michael Jackson is going to have an opportunity to try and knock this ball out once he catches it, and so he keeps those hands.
Of sometimes guys just make a play because Damar Hamlin's coverage, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Become a guy that's more complete. Here he is against Howard, one-on-one. Who's going to win that battle? T. Higgins to get into the middle where there's space against Waddle. But he's got long arms. He never gave up on the play.
On his resume as well, makes the play.
And how about the way that they did the Ravens did a nice job of not getting picked off on that.
He's usually a slot guy, but they have him on the outside while Jones is down, and there's no safety help. So right away, Joe Burrow says, I'm going to my guy, but he underthrows it.
Watch Olave working up the sideline. Peterson just sloughs off enough, and then the recovery.
Well, if you can't get it stacked, right? If you can't stack that defender, you feel it, just put your foot in the ground.
This time they sit back a little bit, play cover two safeties deep. They don't jam. Don't disrupt the timing the way they have, and it allows Higgins to sit right in there. See that catch?
They call this a little spin route. He's going to show like he's running a post, and then he's going to put the brakes on.
Lions fans have seen T.J. Hockenson make plays like this. Doesn't just catch the ball, he has an excellent catch radius.
This is just scramble drill. He sees Cooper Rush break the pocket, and he's just going to work with his quarterback.
Around the draft. Oh, this kid can make every throw. Well, you're not always asked to make every throw, but the arm strength.
There by Jahan Johnson. He's covered initially. Brown kind of gets his eyes on the quarterback and slubs off, and Carson Wentz gets that ball. And watch this route at the top. Watch, he sits him down and just breaks, but he drops the.
And that one's got to feel good for 15.
Oh, no question. That first catch. He talked last week. He thought, what an effort. I mean, both guys do a great job high pointing it. You can see he kind of has a David Tyree helmet catch there, but he's clearly out of bounds. But that was their shot.
One of 4 or 5 different places they'll be today.
Well, I talked about on offense, I talked about Trevor Lawrence and Saquon Barkley as generational talent. Look at this. He's going to fake out to create traffic, and then he's going to come right back inside, and Cameron Sutton doesn't have a chance.
A great call. Absolutely love it. You're crossing everybody, and that first move sets up the touchdown. As soon as you stem outside.
And on third down, Moore is just working man-to-man and on Levi Wallace, and that's pretty good coverage. You see,
if his feet are inbounds, that was absolutely beautiful. Miles Hartsfield, the backup safety in for Jeremy Chin, both feet get down. He had his right down, drags that left foot. That is a thing of beauty. You cannot get any better than that. Look at the concentration to go up and get the football, contested by Miles Hartsfield. Wow. Ooh. That was gorgeous. That was absolutely gorgeous.
See him undercutting him right there. Sticks his hands in front of him. Ran the route for the receiver. Great job by Denzel Ward.
Him that forward progress. It was him coming back on his own, lined up against the safety, and as he does, now he's trying to get back.
This is beautiful all the way around. First to throw. Man-to-man, you've got a size mismatch inside, and then look at the ball placement. You know, Michael Carter, there's nothing.
Well, the first play is there's Kirk in the slot, and they're going to run him down the field and let him get open. You got a little eye candy in front. Philadelphia has confusion in the back end. Josiah Scott allows him to get.
DJ Moore one-on-one versus Marco Wilson. He's playing, call that off man, 3 cover.
Really nice job by Fabian Moreau. Watch him, 37. He's on Dante Pettis, sees the ball outside, pivots back out.
Highly touted. Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to this matchup coming into this game. 2 of the promising young stars on both sides of the football.
Post snap, they were showing Jalen Hurts cover 1 with the safety, came down right at the snap, and then able to rotate and not allow.
Good idea.
So there's nobody to the sideline there that's going to be able to mark exactly where this is caught and where it comes down. They're going to say it's short.
You just have to be willing to turn it loose, and you're going to see the coverage by Ernest Jones, and you've got to throw it. That ball's coming out. Open field. He's trying to spin out of this back to the sidelines. Good move by Kupp.
And this is just a little bit behind. They're trying to skinny post. Watch as he reaches back.
When Keeft is in the game, it's a block play, right? I mean, it just is. He's going to block. And then watch this. That's even a good push-off.
If he throws this on the money lower, it might be an interception. But instead it's high, he can't get it. Now it's a poor angle and tackle by Taylor Rapp. And then it continues. Here on the other end, there's a missed one right there by Jalen Ramsey. And so
the top of his route. Watch as he releases vertical. Now watch, he'll take it outside and then stops, pivots back to the inside. The ball placed away from Darby, right on that inside number for Waller.
I'll tell you, I've been really impressed, though, with this Jalen Watson. Watch how Brady does this throw, though. When he gets his feet set, he takes that big, wide stance.
Well, you run the ball, and all of a sudden you play action. Things get wide open.
Watch the move here by Travis Kelce. The little hesitation in front of the linebacker, and then the double move against his old nemesis. Lavonte David definitely got the better. Yeah, I don't know what you do with this. They put 4 receivers to the other side, and you've got this big tight end on the other side.
Watch this at the top. He cuts before Lazard, and then from there, you see the instincts. What a pick.
We're getting ready for the draft and thinking he reminds me so much of the old Danny Amendola and Julian Edelman and those guys that used to play for the Patriots.
Well, Carr thinking Adams was going to work a little bit to the outside, so he puts the ball out there. Had he put that ball more to the inside, maybe on that inside number, that's away from Surtain. He can't get that arm in there.
They go down the field, and so what do? You put your best. Typically, this might have been Gronkowski. He's not around anymore, so let's send our next big animal down the field and make a...
Russell Wilson taking advantage of man coverage. The Raiders, and this is going to be the matchups. Who's going to win? You see hands right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw just gets away from Stafford. Watch the release that he has on Mosley. And if he's able to catch that without losing his feet.
On a gain of 16, Davante Adams.
And Kevin, you remember back to the last series. If they go to man-to-man today, look for Surtain to be matched up on Davante Adams.